Hey everybody, how are you? This is Attorney Charles Zavala from Zavala, Texas Law. We are an immigration and criminal and small business claims law firm based out of Houston, Texas. Our principal office is in Houston, Texas, but we can help you no matter where you are with any immigration claim. Today I have a video. It's kind of just news that's been going on around in the immigration world that I think you all might find interesting. So if you happen to like these videos, subscribe, like, share, do all that good stuff. And I tend to do videos based off what y'all want to see. So today is just I'm going to be catching you up on some headlines or things that are going on in the world of immigration, and you can just see how it plays out and how you think it affects the world. So today is August 17th, 2022, just for some reference. So I'm started off with a little bit of a bummer, but the USA government is facing a lot of lawsuits, especially USCIS. That is the government agency who is in charge of handling a majority of the immigration petitions. So they're being sued because they're taking too long, right? So what happens is this, as part of our business, anytime we apply for citizenship, green card, DACA, anything that has to do with the government, you send it off and the government's supposed to respond to you with a timely fashion. The thing is, when Trump became president, he really downsized a lot of the help that the USCIS and the agencies got, and that created a really, really bad backlog. So what happens is you could either just wait until they adjudicate your case, or you can file a lawsuit against the government. When you file a lawsuit against the government, ultimately what you're doing is you're trying to get them to accelerate your case or give you the decision you want. But it does cost money, right? So that's kind of a tough situation to be in. But, I'm trying to look at some numbers here. It looks like... Okay, from 2021 to 2022, there's been an increase in 50% of lawsuits compared to the previous year. And that just shows you right now it looks like there's over 6,000 lawsuits filed from September 2021, and most of these are just because they're taking too long, right? And that happens, right? So if you do have a case that's pending for over what it should be, feel free to contact us. There is a lawsuit you can put against the government. It's called a writ of mandamus, and ultimately what you do is you try to get them to hurry up your case. This will not work if your case is within the normal adjudicating time, okay? So that is something to consider. So that is a tad bit of information number one. Number two is actually good news. So USCIS extended their flexibilities when it comes to you sending them documents. So what used to happen is this: if you applied for any sort of immigration benefit and you didn't submit to immigration everything that they wanted to see, what will happen is this: they will send you what's called an RFE, or they'll tell you, hey, you have until X amount of time to give us the evidence. They'll send certain documents. Hey, we're gonna, and our intent is to deny you. We're gonna rescind. There's a bunch of things where they give you a time to respond. Well, because of COVID, USCIS has been extending that, which is nice, which means that from the date you receive it, you have, let me see exactly what they say here. Okay, so if they give you a date, you have 60 days from the expiration of that date. So let's say they say, hey, you have to send us something by January 1st. If you send it within 60 days after January 1st, or 59 days to be exact, you'll still be okay. And this is for any sort of document they sent you as of March 2021 to October 2022. Right? So if you have received anything that they want information from you or anything that you can respond to, you do have time because of COVID. Okay? So that's another news that's important. Third news I actually find kind of interesting is, so ICE is the Immigration Customs Enforcement. That's like the military, not the military, sorry, that's the wrong word, police branch of immigration. So what they're trying to do is, because there's a huge flux of people coming to the border, it's very hard to maintain identity about who these people are, right? They give them paperwork, or people lose stuff. It's hard to know who people are. So what ICE is working on is they're developing an ID card, similar to like an identification or a driver's license, that they will be issuing out to people as they come, or if they're released into custody, or along those lines. And the benefits of that ID card is you could have all the information kind of centrally located. Who are they? What's their case? Well, we don't know. They're still developing it, so we don't know everything that's going to be on it. But it would be great if that could be a one-stop shop where you can look up people's information, look up information, court information, or anything that be able to check in with the government. So I do think an ID card may be a smart idea to help be able to, organize all the individuals coming in. I think it'll be easy for them too, because one of the perks about this ID card, which is huge, is TSA. What does TSA stand for? Actually, let me see here. TSA stands for not Texas, it's Travel Security Agency. I'm gonna look this up. Transportation Security Administration, sorry. So whenever you want to fly on a plane, they're the ones who set the rules, right? So for a while, TSA was not allowing people if they didn't have IDs, if they're immigrants or things along those lines. So this ID will allow them to travel. So that is a good benefit. Okay, and lastly, the news for this is kind of a little old, came out a little bit last month. So they have extended TPS, which stands for Temporary Protected Status, for the individuals of the country of Venezuela. So this was what TPS is, or temporary protected status, is eventually, sometimes when countries go through some humanitarian crisis, natural disaster, something like that, USA will accept a certain amount of those individuals if they're here. So I think back in 2021, beginning of 2021, they created TPS for the Venezuelans, for people who were already here. And normally what happens is when they give you TPS, they allow you to be here for 12 months or 18 months. But what the government does is they just keep on extending that, right? So when you get close to 18 months, they push it back. So that's exactly what happened here. They ended up pushing it back through March 2024, right? So if you have TPS from Venezuela, you're fine. Just keep on renewing it. They've extended it to March 2024. I assume once we get closer to that date, they will also push it back. So that is your August news update with immigration, y'all. If y'all have any questions, feel free to give us a call. My name is Charles Zavala. Any appointment will be with me personally via the phone. We're more than happy to help you any way we can. We do these videos because, I hope that you all find them interesting. But yeah, anything that has to do with immigration, while our principal office is located here in Houston, Texas, we handle immigration cases from all 50 states. No problem. Just give us a call. We're more than happy to help you any way we can. So once again, my name is Charles Zavala. Thank you and have a beautiful day.